Have you been wandering around the map in New Genesis trying to figure out how to get guild point and to find the wonderful cocoons and walls and tower, and you're trying to figure out exactly what they are? Well, today, this is the video for you because I'm going to be discussing everything you need to know about cocoons and towers and walls and, all the names for the wonderful little events inside of PSO2 New Genesis.
A
And on
truly
top of
remarkable
that,
outcome.
that happened, and we are going to be traveling back in time to the last beta here to explain all of it to you. And of course, if you are seeing that video right now, I am live, more than likely, if I'm not asleep on stream anyway, playing a PSO2 New Genesis right now, answering all the questions. So be sure to come on over to the live stream here on YouTube. Go ahead and click that wonderful head of me down at the bottom. But before we get into that, make sure you do like, favorite, subscribe if you find it helpful in any way. And go ahead, let's travel in time and let's discuss some cocoons. Woo-hoo. That was my attempt at time travel. I failed. I'm sorry. I won't do that again, I promise. Cocoons inside of PSO2 New Genesis are important and also are a great way to actually test your skills as far as combat, platforming, or hopefully any more so mechanics once we actually get our hands on a New Genesis in June. But in the beta, we do have a handful of the scattered across the map, and each of these does have a very unique thing about it, which we will get to in a moment. But if you are looking around the map and trying to figure out where the cocoons are, since some of them are hidden, the others are more in the open, that where your trusty little mag is going to come into play here. Since your mag, as you move around the environment, if it senses a cocoon being nearby, you will know that he will start scanning in the direction of the cocoon, and you can just follow it to, well, find the cocoon. It's pretty simple, since that pretty much, as of now, that is pretty much all the mag is doing inside of PSO. It help you find cocoons and treasure and whatnot. But we are here to talk about cocoons, and cocoons themselves, as you can go ahead and see by bringing up your map, you can see every cocoon you have found in the game as of wherever you are. And as you can see, we only got a handful of these in the beta. Right along with a tower cocoon, which we will get to momentarily. But for now, for the cocoon themselves, you will find them, like I said, scattered about. When you run on up to them and you go ahead and click, you will notice on the left side, you will see some recommended requirements, such as what power level you need to be at with your battle power. And then on the right, you will see a list of 4 different quests. These will be made up of different things depending on what one you're doing. But the one thing that is always in common is, of course, completing all side missions and finding the little cubes scattered about, usually at about 5 cubes. Once again, at least at the beta concern anyway. Right along with a couple other side objectives as well. And as you complete all these, you will get higher star ratings for each of these, going from anywhere from 1 to 5 stars, depending on how quickly you do it, and if you complete all the objectives in one go. And you might be wondering what exactly a cocoon for, beyond, of course, getting the fantastic feeling of completing these and being a completionist. There is a important fact about cocoon. Cocoons is, as of now, at least in the beta, and more than likely a little bit at launch as well, is the only way to actually get guild point for your character. So once you complete a handful of cocoons, you want to run back to a central city, and we want to head on over to the last shop over here on the right that have weapons and stuff on it.
Thanks for
and
stopping by.
go ahead and talk to the lady behind the deck counter. And from here is, you can change your class here and whatnot. I did a video all about the character. If you want to check it out, links above. But here, we talking about guild points and cocoons. So you want to go ahead and head on down to learn a class skill. And from here, you will be able to use each point you get from these. And you get 1 point per cocoon on your character to actually upgrade your abilities and some of your attributes of your character. As you can see in the beta anyway, it's extremely limited, but nonetheless, this is how you spend them. The one thing that to keep in mind here that might change after the beta is, of course, how many you get, because in the beta, when you complete a cocoon, you get 1 skill point, but that is literally 1 skill point for elite class in the beta. Keep this in mind. It might change, it might not, but nonetheless, we will find out in a few weeks. And so, let's go ahead and talk about the actual cocoons that are towers. The cocoons, you would know that are extremely decent, not only of the way they look in the game, but also on your mini-map, you would know that they have a totally decent look as well, so you actually know which ones are normal cocoons, and which one is the cocoon tower, or also known as Great Walls. So these cocoons are a little more special because these are, of course, extremely hard cocoons that is mainly made for a party situation. Don't get me wrong, if you get strong enough or have the best equipment or skill, you can do these solo, but these are mainly designed for multiplayer. So when you go ahead and run on over to the cocoon, you will have the same option to enter, and once again, we will have the exact same thing here, such as what battle power we need to be, how many quests, the time limit, and also what your rewards are, right along with a personal bet time, which we also have for bait cocoons. But it's pretty much the same type of menu here, but you can go ahead and enter them, and once again, they will be a lot more harder. So make sure you play your A game or come with friends. So let's say you are ready to take part in a cocoon, or one of your friends invited you to join them on a cocoon. You're out here in the middle of nowhere hanging out with your mag, and you honestly do not feel like walking through the areas. There is a easy way to get your hands on these without having to move your feet, which is if you go to the world map and then you hover over any of the cocoons, you will see an option to be able to join the cocoon as it from where you are, and once you are ready, you can go ahead and just accept the quest, and the game will be nice enough to teleport you to it and teleport you inside of the cocoon as well. So this is a very great way to get around, or if you just want to hit cocoon one after another in a very quick way. Just know, since it teleport you in the dungeon, well, you're now doing the dungeon, but nonetheless, when you finish the dungeon itself, you will be asked, what do you want to do from here? Of course, you can try the cocoon again if you want to take part in it, or you can just go ahead and hit back to field. Once you agree to that what you want, you will be go ahead and dropped off in front of the cocoon you are doing. So you got another way to actually travel the environment and get to certain areas as you see fit here. That is everything you need to know about cocoons inside of a PSO2 New Genesis, how to use them, what you get from them, and of course how to find them and tell the distance between each of them. And if you have found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit all the bell so you're notified for not only my video, but my live stream, since I will be playing a PSO2 New Genesis on launch and pretty much for the foreseeable future on top of that right here on YouTube. And also, if you subscribe, you will get some of the best content for PSO and PSO2 New Genesis. And with that, that will do it for me, and I will go ahead and see you all in the comments. Woo-hoo. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you're interested in any more content from me that is PSO related and other stuff related, feel free to check out the links up on the left. And I like to give a giant shout out to my Patreons and also my memberships here on YouTube, and a special call out to Kyle Blower for checking out the VIP section over on Patreon. And with that, that will do it for me, and I will see you all in the next video for real. Bye!